And now P.T. Usha, she is the starter. She wanted to say women are no inferior to any men. She is the first girl to claim gold medal in the world sports. Right? And so we are going to read about P.T. Usha here. And one more thing what we are learning here is the actual address. We need not have to write on a letter when a person is very famous. And you should become that. That is the idea here. Narendra Modi, Sriman Narendra Modi, New Delhi. It will definitely go to Prime Minister's office. Why? Sriman Narendra Modi you have put and you have put New Delhi. He must be the only person worldwide known as the Modi ji. Right? So, here you can see how the lesson starts. Lesson atla starting chudandi. P.T. Usha, India. P.T. Usha, India. This was the address on a letter from the Middle East. Middle East, there are a group of countries over there, and that is called Middle East. And from there, a letter comes to P.T. Usha. Her native place, her native state is Kerala. Right? It is not even India, she doesn't, but she claims India is her own country. And so P.T. Usha, India. Only these two letters are, only these two things are there on a letter as a address. Then it reached to her. The letter was delivered by the postal department without delay. Right? If you write inadequate address, the letter cannot be delivered. Simply if you say A. Jagannath Rao, Hyderabad, it won't reach. There are n number of A. Jagannath Raos in Hyderabad. Name, door number, floor, complex name, and the area nearer to, right, and locality there. Then lastly comes Hyderabad. Then the letter will be delivered to you. There are chances for your letter to be delivered. But here only P.T. Usha, India, and it has reached P.T. Usha there. Why? Because of the fame she acclaimed. ఆమె చేసుకున్నంటే ఆమె అంత పెద్ద పేరుగలది అయిపోయిందనమాట. P.T. Usha అనేసరికి everybody will be turning to that side only. This was the status of Pilavulakandi. In Kerala, everybody is known by their house name. Right? Here, the house name is the Tekke Parambil. That is the house name. Right? P is Pilavulakandi. Pilavulakandi. Thus, these two are not her names. These two are her recognition. Just like you have your surname. That surname is your recognition. Right? Likewise, this house name, that is Tekka Perambil, it is her house name. By that she is recognized in Kerala. And Usha is her name. Who was born as the second daughter of Paithul and Lakshmi Amma on 20th May 1964. So, in the village of Payoli, Kozhikode district, Kerala. Kozhikode they call. Here spelling is Kozhikode, but it is Kozhikode it is called. Calicut, it is a famous name, in historical name Calicut, that is called as Kozhikode. Right? Here, Payoli is the village, and in that village, she has born on 20th May 1964. And her mother's name is Lakshmi Amma and father's name is Paintal. Not Paintal, Paital. It was November 1973 9 years hence, when a dedicated physical education teacher, PT sir, physical training teacher, it is PT sir, called Balakrishnan, his name is Balakrishnan, discovered Usha while conversing with the parents. His eyes, ever watchful, kept drifting to a group of small girls playing blind man's bluff just across the field. Was there a pair of feet that were moving extraordinarily fast? Was that tiny, dark girl in her blue skirt and white blouse moving like an instinctive athlete? Patience as ever. What's your name? Sorry, patience as ever. Balakrishnan waited for the game to be over. Calling the little girl, he gently inquired of her, "What's your name, child?" The shy little girl hardly raised her eyes from the ground. "Usha," she whispered and added, "from class 4. So these are physical training instructors, PTI. Not only these, the teachers, if at all a real teacher, he or she should have a kind of vision. What is that kind of vision? They should know where the student is lagging behind. The students are all not equal. They are from different areas. They are from different houses. మీరందరూ కూడా ఒక ఇంటి నుంచి రాలే. మీరందరూ డిఫరెంట్ ఇళ్ళ నుంచి వచ్చారు. మీరందరూ సమానం కాదు నేర్చుకోవడానికి. అంటే ఆ టీచర్ తాలూకా ప్రభావం ప్రతి స్టూడెంట్ మీద ఉంటుంది. ఆ టీచర్ షుడ్ రికగ్నైజ్, అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి పిల్లడికి ఎక్కడ డౌట్ ఉన్నది అన్నది. రైట్? స్టూడెంట్ కెనాట్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ మెనీ టైమ్స్. సో హియర్ దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఈస్ సెడ్. The PT sir, he could able to find out PT Usha among many other girls who are playing, what is it on? Blind. And that tying the cloth, black cloth around the eyes and blindfold, one girl will be going like this, or one student will be going like this, and remaining will be playing pranks with that, and again they will be hiding or going away from the girl untouched. So this is the play which is going on there. What is the play called? It was called as moving like an institute athlete. Sorry, let me read it. It was November 1973. A dedicated physical education teacher called Balakrishnan discovered Usha while conversing with a parent. His eyes, ever watchful, kept drifting to a group of small girls playing blind man's bluff. That is the name of the game. And he was very observant. When he was observing, what was he observing? He was observing a pair of feet which are shuffling quickly, which are just going away, right? And going away means escaping from the blindfolded girl. How quickly they are, what we can say, how shuffling they are, quick and shuffling. That he was seeing. Yes, she has the pair of feet. Let me know who is she. So after the game, till the game is over, he waited there. And he called this girl, asks her, "What is your name?" And PT Usha was a very shyful by nature. And she said very shyfully, "My name is Usha and I am from class 4. Thus was made one of the greatest discoveries in the athletic arena of Asia. Arena. Arenaలో ఎన్ తీసేసాం అనుకోండి, ఏరియా అంటే ఒక ఫిక్స్డ్ ఏరియాని ఎరెనా అంటారు. ఒక ఫిక్స్డ్ ఏరియాని, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఎరెనా. మీన్స్ సపోజ్ 2 people are fighting and they are enclosed with, and that stage is called as arena fighting. కబడ్డీ ఆడుతున్నారు, ఇటుపక్క 11 ఇటుపక్క 11, అక్కడ ఒక ఇది ఉంది, దాంట్లో ఆడుతున్నారు. దట్ ఈస్ కబడ్డీ ఎరేనా, రైట్? సో ద స్పోర్ట్స్ ఎరేనా అంటే స్పోర్ట్స్ అనే ఒక ఫీల్డ్లోనూ ఇట్ వాస్ ది ఫైనెస్ట్ డిస్కవరీ. సో అండ్ దట్ డిస్కవరీ ఇన్ కేరళ బై బాలకృష్ణన్, it has become a what we can say the remarkable finding within the Asian athletic arena. Simple question from an observant master and an equally unassuming answer from a tiny village girl from a distant village of Malabar in Kerala. That same evening at 4:15 p.m., Usha heard the magical words for the first time in the life. On your mark, get, set, go. And this, here it is said magical words, they are really magical. Whether it is a small girl or a boy or whatever the age or fully grown athlete, he waits for that. When it is shown, then only, when these are uttered, then only they start running. That is, what is it one? On your marks, they have to be ready like this, right? Get, set, go. This should be lifted and this should follow like this and then run. These are magical. If that is not uttered by any fellow there, whether you whistle or shotgun, whatsoever, the players cannot put their run. And so here it is said, the magical words. She heard these magical words for the first time at 4:15 that evening, very evening. Why? She was the discovery of Balakrishnan, the PET sir. Right? And so she was called. Let us see how fast you run. Let me see. How fast you run is not the matter there. How quick your feet are. And what is the distance you are covering in one step. That is the great thing there. So he wanted to test her. So for the first time on the very same day, when 1973 November, she heard the first magical words, on your marks, set, get, go. Get, set, go. The master had explained to her what to do and why. Confused but very much aware of the seriousness of the occasion, she ran for her life. The rest is history. That is the first run she did. Then, what is she now? It is a history. But the very first day we cannot ignore. That has to be taken into count. So that was the first call. On your marks, get, set, go. That is the first call she heard in the month November and 1973 by her instructor Balakrishnan, who had discovered her and who had presented her to the arena, sports arena of Asia. That is the first thing. Whichever the achievement may be, someday or other, some moment or other, some minute or other, it has to be started. And that starting itself shows how successful you are. So yeah, 1975, Usha was 11 years old and was practicing vigorously for the sub-junior district meet. Her first ever. What is her first ever achievement? It is in 1975. Not only achievement, her entry into the sports world. It is in 1975. She was practicing and she was 11 years old. So, vigorously practicing. What is the word vigorously? Vigor means with full power. Vigorously, with complete power, putting the complete power, she is practicing. Means she is not keeping some power back, no. Full power, full energy she is using and practicing it. That is called vigorously. What for? For the sub-junior district meet. Junior, sub-junior. Right? Junior means senior, junior, sub-junior. Means it is in the primary level, we can say. She must be in class 5. She must be in class 5, and that is sub-junior level. And after that, after 13, then we can say she is a junior. Then 18, up to 18, 19, then she is called as a senior. That is the stages in athletics. And in cricket also you must have heard under 16, under 19, right? And a national, and all these levels are there, state level, national level, under 19. We come across that cricket also there, Indian cricket team is there. The B poem we have here, cricket, Indian cricket team. There also we know what is the senior and what is called junior, what is under 19, what is 19, all these things will come. And here, Ranji wonderful bat, that is also about cricket, we need not tell about. But when they come, we will see what is there and what are we going to learn about it. So here, the day the event, all eyes were on her. She was so puny, so unbelievably tiny, that she was the crowd's favorite even before the race started. Puny and tiny. But the word pretty has not been used. Right? Why? At that age, the children will be puny and what we call the other is tiny only. And that tininess or the puniness we like very much. Right? And so here the words puny and tiny have been used. Puny, very agile, very quick and jumping and very enthusiastic. Yeah, I am going to win. That is reflecting in the audience who are seeing it to her. Right? So everybody was thinking, yes, this girl should, this girl should, this girl should. Though she is unknown to anybody here sitting. Right? That puny and this tiny. Tiny means very small. Puny means very agile and quick. And we can say it is the other name for pretty also. Seeing these two qualities of the girl, the people who are sitting there, they have become fans of her. And tiny, that she was the crowd's favorite. She has become a favorite of all the people in the crowd. A white bandage on her heels won her even more sympathy. There is a bandage around the heel. She must have got the hurt while running, and that has been bandaged. So that has become one more quality for her to gain the sympathy and thereby the favorism of everybody. Favorite, favorism, favor, favorable, favored, favor verb, favored, favored, favoring, to favor, favorism, favorably, favorable. This is the word and the derivatives of this word favor. Favor is the verb, favorism is the noun, favorable is adjective, favorably is adverb. Likewise, every word we have. So, a white bandage on her heel won her even more sympathy. She came first in all the 4 events she participated. 4 events she has participated. In all these 4, she won the first prize. What are those? 100 meters, 200 meters, long jump and high jump. She was also the individual champion at the meet because she won 4 first. Whosoever gains more than 2 or 3, he or she will be the champion. In 4 events, she stood first. And so she was the champion of the day or the meet. just like your man of the match, is it not? So likewise here, she has become the girl of the events, girl of the meet we can say. So champion of the meet. She was also the individual champion of the meet. Academically, Usha was an extremely bright student. If the body is sound and fit, mind will also be sound and fit. Healthy mind will also be there. So, academically and chaduvulo, right? In education also, she is standing first. Extremely bright student. She was always amongst the top 3 in her class and was popular with her teachers. And she used to stand one between the 3, either first or second or third, or first mainly. So, amongst the top 3 in her class and was popular with her students, with her teachers. Popular. If you add ly to it, it becomes popularly. Popular is adjective. We are adding ly, so we are getting adverb. Right? Popular, popularly. Okay? Now, so, she passed the standard 7th exam with a first class grade. Why 7th class exam? In those days, that is during 1970s, 5th class is board examination. 7th class is board examination. Up to 5th it is called primary. And up to 7th it is called as upper primary. 8th, 9th, 10th, middle. 11th class is the board examination again. This was the education system in those days, up to 1970s. And 1975 or 76, during that period, or 77 I feel, during that period, the education system got a small change in it. That is 10 plus 2 they called. Means your board examination will be finished at your 10th standard. Thereafter in the college you have to forego 2 years pre-university. That is called as intermediate. Then they brought again 3 years graduation. Earlier again up to 12th, 2 and 2 it was there. Likewise it has been, the education system, frequent changes have been seen during that slot of years. So here she was that type student, and so 7th class it was the board examination, so she stood first in that. Just then the government of Kerala announced a separate sports division for girls at Kannanur. Kannanur is a famous place in Kerala, and there Kerala government, they have announced Kannanur will be the center for the sports division, right? And it happens to be the very near place for her Kozhikode. Okay? So, just then the government of Kerala announced a separate sports division for girls at Kannanur, a town with special facilities for sports in addition to regular studies. Kannanur, this area, this sports center, it is well equipped, both academically and with sports also. Both have been given a very good encouragement at Kannanur. Now, Usha joined the sports division of Kannanur to improve her sports talent. She was left in the safe hands of C.H. Paithal, the headmaster of the school. It was at Kannanur that another great master fired her imagination so much that together they achieved the impossible. His name was Madhavan Nambiyar. When she was in primary, the teacher Balakrishnan, he trained her, and sub-junior almost all titles, 4 events titles she has it. Also individual champion title also she has. Now when she has completed 7th class, she has been admitted into the sports division, right, at Kannano, and she started improving her talents in sports. She was left in the safe hands of C.H. Paital, the headmaster of the school. Who is the headmaster of the school? C.H. Paital. And this headmaster had kept her under the training of Madhavan Nambiyar. So her training was very regular, and it was means her imaginations were fired. What imaginations are fired means? That means she has some aim. I will have to be a champion in this field. I should be an achiever in this field. So here Madhavan, what did he do is he added his skills to her to achieve that. So her ambition was doubled. The aim was sped. Means the speed of the aim has been increased. Here the word is fired her imagination. By 1977, Usha and Nambiyar were inseparable. Wherever she goes, wherever she practices, wherever she participates, Nambiyar used to go. ఎక్కడికి ఆటకి వెళ్ళినా, ఎక్కడ ఆటలో పాల్గొన్నా సరే, ఏ కాంపిటీషన్ అయినా సరే, Nambiyar used to guide her up to 1977. So, Nambiyar had found the word he had been waiting for all his life, and Usha had found her guru. Nambiyar would from now on care for her like a father. Usha's meticulous, systematic training began in earnest. Now, what is this pair? The disciple and the guru, the pupil and the teacher, right? And guru and shishya, father and daughter. And they have started their training and their career very meticulously. And wherever she had been, Nambiyar should be there with her. And that was the systematic, meticulous, systematic training has been given to her in earnest. Student should have the same thoughts as a teacher has. Suppose I am teaching you English so that you should independently write. You should also be ready to write independently. Means our wavelength is joined together. Then I can take you to the levels. So higher and higher and higher. So that streamlining of the thoughts should be there. If broken, the teacher cannot do anything, the student also cannot do anything. So that is the bondage between Usha and Nambiyar. Usha had a regular training, run on the beach. You see, you can run on the road and on the plain where the surface is hard, right? And if you are asked to go and run in the sand, ఇసుకలో పరిగెట్టు బాబు అంటే మనం పరిగెట్టగలమా? పరిగెట్టగలం. స్పీడ్ ఎక్కువ అవుతుందా? అవ్వదు. తడి ఇసుక మీద పరిగెట్టమన్నాం, అక్కడ స్పీడ్ బాగుంటుంది. ప్లేన్ మీద పరిగెట్టమన్నాం, అక్కడ ఇంకా స్పీడ్ బాగుంటుంది. అంటే ది గ్రౌండ్, ఆ గ్రౌండ్ ఎట్లాగున్నది దాని ప్రకారం ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇవ్వాలి. ముందు పొడి ఇసుక పరిగెట్టు, దెన్ యూ విల్ బీ హ్యావింగ్ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్, యూటిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ది స్ట్రెంగ్త్. ఎలా యూజ్ చేయాలి స్ట్రెంగ్త్ని, ఎట్లా పెడితే నేను పరిగెట్టగలను, బాగా స్పీడ్ వస్తుంది. దాట్ యూ విల్ బీ క్యాలిక్యులేటింగ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ ఎలాంగ్ విత్ యువర్ బాడీ. అప్పుడు నువ్వు అక్కడ పరిగెడతావు తడి ఇసుక మీద. తడి ఇసుక వచ్చేసరికి అల్లక్కడ మనకి క్వశ్చనింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇక్కడ తగ్గిపోతుంది. పొడి ఇసుకలో యూ విల్ బీ హ్యావింగ్ ఏ క్వశ్చనింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్, కాలు లోపలికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది చక్కలు చక్కలమని. థర్డ్ ఇసుక మీదకి వచ్చేసరికి కొంచెం కుషనింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ తక్కువ అవుతుంది. దెన్ యూ విల్ బీ హ్యావింగ్ ఏ గ్రిప్ ఫర్ యువర్ ఫుట్. పొడి ఇసుకలో గ్రిప్ దొరకదు, ఇక్కడ కొంచెం దొరుకుతుంది, కానీ మనకి రోడ్డు మీద అంత గట్టిగా దొరకదు. అయినా ఇక్కడ కూడా పరిగెట్టాలి, అక్కడ కూడా సేమ్ లెవెల్, అక్కడ ఎలా పరిగెట్టావు ఇక్కడ ఎలా పరిగెట్టావు. దెన్ సేమ్ వే యు ఆర్ రన్నింగ్ ఆన్ ది హార్డ్ సర్ఫేస్. దెన్ you will be adjusting your stamina, your strength, your ability, agility of your legs and feet, everything to a tune. నేను ఎట్లా పరిగెడితే ఫస్ట్ వస్తాను, దట్ ఈస్ ట్యూన్. ఆ ట్యూన్కి సరిపోగాను ఈ ఇసుక, తడి ఇసుక, తర్వాత దీని మీద పరిగెడతాను. దాట్ ఈస్ ద ట్రైనింగ్ వన్ షుడ్ హ్యావ్. సో ఉషా హ్యాడ్ ఎ రెగ్యులర్ ట్రైనింగ్ రన్ ఆన్ ద బీచ్. బీచ్ అంటే సముద్రపు ఒడ్డు. కేరళలో సముద్రపు ఒడ్డుకి ఏమీ తక్కువ లేదు, ప్రతి చోట సముద్రం ఉంటుంది. సో ఆ సముద్రం ఒడ్డుకి వెళ్ళిపోవడం, బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ ప్లెయిన్ ఏరియా, దేర్ యు రన్. సో బీచ్ ఆఫ్ పయోలి, షీ ప్రిఫర్ టు బీ ట్రైన్డ్ alone. Suppose I am getting training in some sports or in one game. If I am getting practice by alone, all alone, then concentration will be more. If there are one or two more, concentration will reduce. So PT Usha wanted that she should train alone. Means she can pay the full concentration on running. So she ran joyfully, she preferred to be trained alone, for the vastness of the beach gave her a sense of freedom. Because the beach is very vast, lengthwise or whatsoever, it is very vast. So she can enjoy the freedom of running without any obstacle. Suppose somebody is running like this and I am also running, I have to stop myself. My speed, which is increased, will be stopped. So she preferred to be trained alone. There are two reasons. So she ran joyfully and freely, and she derived her strength from the serenity and peace of her beloved Kerala surroundings. Serenity, simpleness, and peace means very calm and quiet. She has dedicated her strength and her ability of running or sports, she has dedicated to Kerala and its surroundings. Means she was very proud, I am a Keralite, to say like that. Okay? Nambiar introduced his sand training in her program to enhance her performance in the athletics just after the 1982 New Delhi Asian Games. So just after 1982, here during 1982 in India we have hosted the Asian Games, that is at New Delhi, right? And in that our athletes have done very well, but till that time we don't have the practice on the sand for runners. So here for 1982 athletes, that was first introduced. Which one? Practice on the sand. Means it is not actually practice on sand, it is actually practice on different turfs, different surfaces. Why it is necessary is, as I already talked, the run on a even plain surface, rough surface, sandy surface, rocky surface. Likewise, if at all a sportsman has been given that kind of a training, he will be having the same stamina whatever the surface may be. And if he is doing well on the sand surface, automatically he does well on the plain surface. So this sand practice has been introduced during 1982 in India. And Milkha Singh is the second, and Ram Singh. These were the people benefited by this practice on the sand. And third is P.T. Usha. So now, sand training had enhanced the performance of many great athletes, from Edwin Moses to top flight Indian athletes like Milkha Singh and Sriram Singh. These are the people who have benefited by this training, that is sand training. The name is sand training, but the training is for having the same kind of performance on every surface. If you practice on the sand, the run on the plain surface will be very easier. Tough surface is very easier. And so sand training has been put there. Different surfaces. Usha's athletic achievements are well known to almost Indians. 2 silver medals in the 1982 New Delhi Asian Games, 4th place in the 400 meters at the 1984 Jakarta Asian Meet, and 4 golds and 1 silver at the 1986 Asian Games in Seoul. P.T. Usha's story is that of a gifted child from humble origin, achieving international success through sheer dedication and immense hard work. Never in the history of independent India has a youngster from a remote background town of rural origin caught the imagination of youth in particular and the public in general as Usha has, said a professor of English in Usha's hometown. So her own teacher has praised her, appreciated her. Now that is a real achievement, I can say. You may have won shields, you may have won medals, gold, silver, bronze, whatsoever. But if your teacher says, that is real recognition. ఒక టీచర్ కానీ నిన్ను పొగిడారు అనుకోండి, అది గోల్డ్ మెడలు, సిల్వర్ మెడలు, బ్రాంజ్ మెడలు, ఏ మెడల్ అయినా సరే, ఏ షీల్డ్ అయినా సరే, ఏ సర్టిఫికేట్ అన్నిటికన్నా గొప్పది. అందుకోసం ఇక్కడ చెప్పబడింది, P.T. Usha has been apprised by a professor in English in her hometown. What? She has acclaimed fame, particularly in youth, among the youth, but among many people of her time, this time even, today even. She may not be participating anywhere, but she is giving training to many more upcoming athletes. She knows the lacunas, and so she is training them in a perfect manner. Presently she is working in railways, and she is also running athletics institute of her own, and you can see the medals which are there in the picture over there. Keep them aside, these are all different. But her teachers all along, they were having a confidence and faith on her. Not only the teachers, the whole Kerala was after her, because she is our own daughter. And as an Indian, we should feel proud of her achievement in Seoul Asian and also Jakarta Asian meet. Gold, silver and bronze, many medals have come to her. And in 82, 2 silver medals she has won in 1982 Delhi, in our country itself. But these are medals we have to keep aside. But what fame she brought for India. P.T. Usha means everybody knows now, even a child. If at all a child is running, Arey, do you want to become a P.T. Usha? We say. We don't say, do you want to get a gold medal in your running race? in Olympics, we don't say these things. Simply say, do you want to become a PT Usha? That is the question. You see, by that single question, how much appraisal or praise we are giving to her. The whole athletic community we are giving the respect with the name. Sachin Tendulkar, if you name it, and our MS Dhoni, if we name, do you want to become a Dhoni? We don't say, do you want to become a wicket keeper or a good captain or a best batsman? We don't say these things. Do you want to become Sachin Tendulkar? If you ask any boy of class 6 or class 7, what do you want to become? Sachin Tendulkar. What is the Sachin Tendulkar? He is the idol for the boy. But at the same time, when he says the name Sachin Tendulkar, it is really an appraisal for the whole cricket community. Right? So, PT Usha, when it is coming to running, people say, PT Usha, do you want to become PT Usha? So, she has become a legend for running, a legendary for running. So, here, these are the things we have here about PT Usha.